Is the CAD software tutorial, and today we're going to go over basically on how to log in, how to connect it up with Roblox, Discord, and also the CAD, and of course also be able to use it. This is going to be pretty long, so if you just want to link it, then follow this tutorial. Alright, so first what you want to do to join the community is click the blue button right here, and this is a community ID, where we have also in the Discord. I'm gonna hit enter. It's gonna come up with this page. It's basically you just want to click it, and then there, you joined it. Here's a problem though. For this account, it's not logged in right now, because we have to connect it to the Discord first. So how you connect it to the Discord? I'm super glad you asked. You want to go to settings, go to account secret ID. This thing right here. You want to click copy. All right. Then you want to have back to your Discord. You want to link it with. Make sure this is your main Discord and not an alt account, as this is the Discord that will be role synced. Do /link me, and then it's going to pop up with the enter secret key from your CAD settings. You just want to simply paste it right here and hit submit. Alright, great. So now we have that linked. We can go back, and you might say, where is the Discord? Well, you have to do actually one more thing. If this doesn't work, if normally it takes a second, what you have to do, go back to here, do /sync. Alright, this basically syncs it. So if it doesn't pop up, then do /sync. Alright. There you go, just like that. Civilian popped up. This is a default. Everyone will have access to the civilian button, civilian page. Alright, so once you click on civilian, it'll pop up with a couple of things. Normally it wouldn't show this, alright? Normally what you have to do, click new character, and then you'd have to enter all your information. You can submit a photo, all that stuff. But for now, I've already made a character and all that stuff. Although it is very simple, although we do recommend that you add further detail than I did. Right. To view your details about arrests you've gotten, tickets you've gotten, and also your driver's license and registration, which you can apply for right here, go up to records, hit refresh, and then there you go. So as you can see, I have an arrest, a license, and a vehicle registration. We can view this. We can view what officer charged me. We can view who I am, of course, what vehicle I was in. Wasting police time, looks like I'm going to get fined $800, and the judge might have to say that. We now have a judicial system as making this video, and you can add any info if you'd like, and then this is your arrest report. This is on your permanent record, so police can also view this. License, this is basically your license. You can also make this, make sure you set it as approved under DMV status, but once you submit this application, you can instantly drive, alright? You do not have to wait. It says pending, but you can ignore that. Along with vehicle registration. It's very important that you set your vehicle registration, so for more realism. So to set up your Roblox account with the CAD, which you're going to have to do to make it to work, go up to settings, right here, and then you'll see your API ID, right? So then go back to Roblox, type in /API ID, just like that, as it said it. Command up there, and there you go. That's a command. There you go. You can copy it, press OK, go back to API ID, paste it, and there you go. That's the API ID. You can also access the API ID by going to settings, scrolling all the way down, and clicking this. So now we have the API ID. Now it has successfully connected. Click save. There we go. Again, if that doesn't work, do /sync. Alright, so now we have these options. Law, we can ignore. It doesn't really do much. Police, this is what we're on. It looks complicated, but trust me, it's not. It's gonna be good. I'm just checking out real quick. This is my in-game avatar right here. Okay. First thing we do, set up your unit. So, unit number, this is your call sign. Say 1 Alpha 35. Name, Shauna. This is a random name. Officer. Available. Location, we can leave that blank. Same as AOP. I worked for CFPD. Again, only select departments that you're part of. If you're not part of county, then don't select county. We can select that. Bam. Saved. We can now say we're available. Everything like that. To set it up through the game, connecting it to the in-game with the CAD system, go to System, Settings, and then you'll see this API ID. Alright, when you click new, and then it's going to prompt you with your API ID. Right, go inside your Roblox game. Right, you can be on any team for this. Go to settings, scroll all the way down, go to view your API ID, and do Control A, Control C. That means select all and copy it down. Once you have that copied, go back to here, paste it, put it in, and that's how you do it. So you have it right there. All you have to do, close it out, make sure you're all good, and that's how you would put in your API key. To check if this works, put in /panic.
Panic unit A135.
Right there.
Panic unit A135. Panic unit A135.
Disable that. Basically, that's how you know it works. As you can see, it searched up pretty nice. Alright, so I just waited a couple seconds, and of course my location has now automatically updated. 9101 Maple Street. I'm going to go inside the game real quick, and we're just going to drive the car around. Let's get this vehicle right here. This is of course on alt account. As you can see, I'm going to be driving this around. Let's bring this right over here. And then as I drive, watch it update. So as around places, periodically update. Let's just go to the highway real quick. Spring Creek Road. Let's take a second once I drive. And then now we're on Highway 55. That gives you a good demonstration on how that works. So that's basically how it works. Should sum it up pretty closely on the game that you can use that go along with dispatching. So, just normal control. So first, what you want to do is use /search name, just like that, and do search successful, and it would just say search name. Although, of course, I didn't put in a name. Search name, say John. It would actually put in the first name, John. Again, you can do that same thing with /sn. If you do John Ranner, again, same thing. Now so let's do search plate. You can do ABC 1 2 3. Again, same thing. Search plate. There you go. Again, also same thing. Same function. Right. Also, of course, you can do /panic.
Panic unit A135.
Panic.
9101 Maple Street, Postal 910.
It's very
Panic
nice.
unit A135. 9101 Maple Street, Postal 910. Panic unit A135. 9101 Maple Street, Postal 910.
Alright, sorry. So the panic, very proper panic, of course, very realistic. But those are the basic commands to do. You can also do /set name and then do John Ranner, and that's your roleplay name. So when you do place a 911 call, let's do, say, robbery. When you set the 911 call, of course in the logs it will show up as your username, but also John Ranner, the roleplay name I just set. So when you're doing roleplay, you can say John Ranner, and police can search it up in the CAD to see any wrongdoing or whatever. Super cool feature. Police feature. So we have lookup and we have records. We're gonna go over records first. So at first it doesn't show anything, hit refresh. If it doesn't show anything, then you probably didn't do any records. These are for your records, my files, of course. You cannot do any supervisor things if you're not a supervisor and you don't have the role in the main Discord. If you are a supervisor in a department and you don't have the role, you don't have access to this, then make a ticket with management. Anywho, we don't have any reports currently set up as the time I'm making this, but we do have records. This is very important when you're doing police activity or police role plays with the CAD. You have to use the CAD. You have to report arrests, especially if you're in whitelist. So for arrest, you click arrest and it brings up this panel. This is where you log your arrests. You don't have to go into the side of any channels anymore. This is where you log them. You can do any flags, like armed, violent, mentally ill. Although it will like start beeping if a cop does search that up. But you can do all that stuff. You can even search for civilians. So let's say Shauna Barker. That's me. And then you can also just, again, it'll autofill any of the types of things. Say, if I do a name search, Shauna Barker, she drives a sedan, Ford Explorer. There we go. We can do charges. You can add and remove charges, and we automatically set a bunch of penal codes that you can have, right? So if you want to do, let's say, wasting police time, automatically fills it out. Police title, type of bond, amount, misdemeanor, counts, and what time. What guns they had on a certain person. So you can do AR-15 or whatever. And then you can add the record. Supervisor, you don't need this. A supervisor, you don't need this, but a supervisor can add on to this if they would like. They can approve it. It depends on department policy. And of course, it pops up right here. Again, same thing for bolos. If you want to set bolos for certain vehicles, it also adds that in a Discord. So like you can view active bolos. You can do warrants. You can do all that other stuff. Again, these are very important, and these records actually get checked because if other people pull over someone with a warrant or a bolo, then they can arrest them, and it's super fundamental part of role playing, especially with Sonoran CAD. Alright, now we're doing unit management. So as you can know, it shows you your live location. You can actually view a map of all the units. So it shows up with this. You have to scroll out a little bit, and this is your entire map. Let's just make this larger right here. You might not see anything. If you don't see anything, then that's actually fine, because in order to see a unit like this one right here, which is me, they have to be currently signed in with the CAD and in the game, if that makes sense. So there's no more, oh, I'm on police team, you can view it. They have to be signed in with the specific CAD in order for this to work. So that's how you view live map. You can view where all the units are. Any person can do this. You can also go over like lookups, other types of stuff that we've already went over. Your 10 codes. These are all the real 10 codes. You can also go over quick links. Again, super good to just go over. And of course the notepad. You can never go wrong. And of course you can also minimize. So you can minimize certain tabs. And that's how you do it. So you would do most of your police work. But this is for the normal kind of interface. But what for your supervisor? So for supervisors, they need to have the LAO supervisor role in the main Discord. If you don't have it, then make a ticket. Right, if you click save, I now have the LAO supervisor role. So now all I need to do is go into the Discord. Do/sync. Again, it's like the universal syncing option. And of course now it works. So now I can do self-dispatch. The reason why we don't allow self-dispatching for everyone is that they can just open a bunch of calls, never close them, all that stuff. So having a supervisor on scene basically says, hey, I can add you this call, all that stuff. Adds your priority, so only supervisors can self-dispatch. Once you can self-dispatch, you can do call origin if it's any of these, status active, what priority, what response, what block. We have automatic addresses, so medic way, but it's 123rd block. You can do postal, all that stuff, and then you can upload the title. You can say you can attach units, you can all that stuff, and then you can also self-clear. And that's how that works for that. Of course, like we said, once you're supervisor, you can also access the supervisor panel. Basically, look at all these records. Go to arrest. wasting police time, you can go over and you can say, maybe I should approve this, look over something. As a supervisor, you're allowed to do that. Same for like citations, etc. You can always do that. And that's how that would work. Alright, now this section is for dispatchers. If you're not a dispatcher, then you can ignore this part. Although it is good to know. So again, like, I don't know. I don't care. Anywho, so I'm still on my alt account. We're gonna add Ohio State Communications as my roles here, and it should be just updated now. Alright, now I've updated them good. There we go. So I have access to the dispatch channel. So what this allows me to do is view all the calls, everything. So I can see, I can view like, oh, like Mr. J. Cole, and like a car crash near the sheriff's office. I can view this. I can see, oh, John Ranner, blah, 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 when I set my roleplay name. And I can also view all the units. Sadly, there's no active units currently, so I can't really show you anything, but I can give you some examples. So for example, let's say I'm creating a call. Oh, sorry, so let's create a call. Radio dispatch, active, code 3, 123rd block of Elm Street, postal 203. That's not real postal. Call title, let's say robbery, right? Armed robbery. And the primary unit we can attach to this. So as you can see, units, we can attach this. We can even do all the certain stuff just like that. Oh, I might have done that, but you get the idea. So let's say sorry, I kind of filled this out, but let's say once I do this, right, I have everything set up. I have my address, blah, 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 whatever. It doesn't really matter. You want to add all these details. You can create a call.
New dispatch, 1065 armed robbery, 123, Fairfax Road, 2314.
So then it announces like that. And there you go. There's where all your active calls are at. And of course, you can attach units to certain things. So for example, this is a dispatch, so I can't show you, but now it shows me as on scene, but you can change an officer's status. So let's say you're dispatch, right? And an officer says, show me 10-7, that means unactive, unavailable. You put them unavailable. Let's say an officer says, show me a route. There you go, show me a route. That is how you do it. Same with everything else. Busy, 10-8, available. All that stuff. You can also attach them to other calls as well. So let's whatever you can just trust me here. You want to attach them to this too? Why not? Let's attach them to this update call.
New dispatch, robbery, 4031 Independence Parkway, 403.
All right. By the way, if this is too loud for you, you can go in settings somewhere and change it. I don't know where. Yeah, right here. That's where you can change it. A couple features go over. Signal. You can do an initiate signal 100 is in effect. You could initiate that, and it tells everyone.
Signal 100 is no longer in effect. Signal null is no longer in effect.
Okay.
Signal null is no longer in effect. Signal 100 is now in effect. Signal 100 is now in effect.
Broke it.
Signal 100 is now in effect.
Oh, there we go. Okay, it stopped. But that's how it works. Street signs, whatever you want to do like that. Timers, again, let's say, oh, send me 5-minute timer, blah, blah, blah. If I don't come out in 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. You can set a timer for that. All this other stuff. Again, it's an amazing tool. Use it. Again, if you're also using dispatch, do State of Ohio, do OSRP, and do comms. This is if you're on duty. Like that. And so that's how you do it. Although here's a disclaimer, quick little training on dispatching. So let's say a cop says, hey, can you do a license check for me, dispatch? You said, go ahead. You quickly want to go to records. Sorry, look up, plate search. Alphabet and whatever, all this stuff. Alphabet and Charlie, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Go over 3. You can just search up whatever. Although make sure you get that right. So you can search up license plates for other officers to check if they have wanted levels, whether you can do bolos. Like let's say, oh, can I get a bolo out? You can say, hold on real quick, and you can set it up. If you're saying only max of 5 officers, you can probably set this to all. And that's about it. That's how it works. If you need any more help, then of course just contact me or some other ticket. We're always open. That's how it works.